go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it?
Hey, how you doing, Cynthia? Hi, everyone.
Good.
Welcome to All About the Joy. We're early because we want to have a little girl chat before Rick shows up, if he shows up. I think he will. Now, you can hear me and everything's cool?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I good?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we're still having a little digital silliness or whatever, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Okay, let's talk about 911 from last week. You didn't watch it now, did you?
No, I didn't. But you know what's so funny? It's been such a crazy. I still haven't watched the last 10 minutes of the ending of last week.
Last week?
I know. So I stopped right at the part when they're in the garage and the bad guy got shot. The bad guy got stabbed.
I'm trying to remember what that was. Oh, okay. I can't, because the last 10 minutes changes everything. Okay, let me just give you my overall assessment in general of this 3-episode arc. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Cynthia and I think Rick too secretly, but he just don't want to say it. I know, right? We are obsessed with 911, the TV show that stars Angela Bassett and Peter Krause. Oh, here's Rick to ruin it. Goodness gracious. How you doing, Rick?
Oh.
Can you see us?
I don't hear you.
Oh.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
You hear me?
Yes.
Shoot.
That's okay. You've only been doing this forever. Sorry.
Shut it down,
Let me
restart,
reboot,
take
I
off your
guess.
VPN or put on
Hi,
the VPN.
Melanie.
I'll be back.
Hi, Mario. I'm so sorry. Didn't have the chat up. Okay, he just logged off. Oh my God. Let me
Okay, quick.
Okay, great. So my overall assessment is this. I will just say this. I feel like Mario, I'm just so glad you're home. Yay.
Oh, yay.
And Melanie, grateful to have you here. Grateful to have you here. Mwah. So okay, my overall assessment is it did not work for me.
It's like, where'd the bees go?
Where are the bees? And they don't answer that at the end, by the way. That's not in the last 10 minutes. Where'd the bees go? And also, I don't know.
There were a lot of questions.
Okay, look at the little boy, the little 9, 8, 9 years old. He helps bring in the plane, okay? And then he's like, okay, bye. Okay, and nobody's going to talk about that? There's not going to be like a million cameras? No one's going to
No one's going to talk about the boy. No one's going to talk about the other plane that crashed with Athena's plane. Exactly. Like, where's that guy?
And the stewardess that flew out the right. Mario just said thank you, still on the mend. Yeah, I haven't shared anything that happened. We'll have you back on the show when you're ready. But I'm glad that you're on the mend and feeling better. We miss you. We love you. Always thinking of you, my baby. Love you. Yeah, so I'm just going to tell you that that's one of the things I didn't like, because usually what they're really good at, even though it is, I'm going to say this, don't get offended, it is bubblegum TV. And what I mean by that is I say that with like Sci-Fi as well. Like, I don't like BSG or BSG, for those of you who don't know, is Battlestar Galactica and Star Wars. And I like those shows, but they're too dark for me. Like, they're just not. And so bubblegum Sci-Fi would be like Star Trek Next Generation, right? Where there's always a happy ending. You know?
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of like this show, 911, which is different from Chicago Fire, which I think is a little bit darker, but this show is kind of that. It's bubblegum. There's always good news, whatever, but this just wasn't working. There's too many loose ends and it's cheesy.
Yeah.
And 8, okay, I think he's 9 or 10. I don't give a shit. Maybe he's 12. I think he's 10 years old. The
He
plane
is
has
not a
been hit.
teenager.
He is not a teenager. He is a young little man who plays video games and knows everything about a plane. And when he walks onto the plane, he goes to see the pilot and he's like, "Oh, this is a airborne
plane." Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, little man's very impressed with planes." Okay, you got it. So when the plane gets hit by another plane, there's like he helps Angela Bassett again, saving the world, which also, you know what I mean? Look, it would have made more sense if that other crew member, the other pilot, actually didn't have the heart attack.
Right. Yeah.
Like when they were trying to save him and he actually was able to get up. Because then I was like, okay, now it's believable. Like,
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yes, he was a savant. Exactly. He was brilliant. But it was just weird. So I think they made a mistake there. And then, okay, here's the other part. This is not telling you anything about the ending, but here's the other part that pissed me off. Remember, they land. Okay, the 8-year-old lands the plane. The 8-year-old lands. I'm like, fine, I'm gonna suspend disbelief and believe it because I want to. You know. But then here is this woman whose husband is a firefighter. She's been on the police force forever. And she's still doing CPR on this guy as the cabin is filling with smoke, as everyone is telling her to leave. And she's like, no, I must stay. I'm like,
girl, I was screaming at the TV. I said, drag his ass, throw him down the slide, and do the CPR on the ground.
That's what I was saying. I was
like, that 5-second interval is not going to do anything. Throw him down the slide.
Exactly. Okay, you feel me, right?
Oh my God.
Okay, Rick is back on. Can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Yeah, I do. You hear me okay?
Yeah, we can turn you down a bit though. You're hot. I'm gonna turn you
Thank
down.
you so much.
Okay. You know that's what I meant. Okay,
I love how we all have.
Listen, it is not a requirement to be wearing your olive oil.
And we did not plan this.
We did not plan this.
Listen, my hair looked crazy, so I was like, "Nope, we ain't dealing with the hair. We're just gonna put that on."
I really appreciate it, but this is so kind of dorky, funny. Like we have a uniform now and everything. So, Mara just said, yes. I said, "Haul ass, Angela, leave the damn body."
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing Cynthia was, which is just throw him down the stupid chute.
Right. There are other other responders that can continue.
I'm like, and how many times have we watched this show and people have died after like just 3 or 4 of those? But
right. Yeah.
Halfway on the plane, while it's going down and somebody is still pumping. I'm like, come on. I don't know.
I'm like, it's definitely been past 20 minutes. The man is gone.
Bitch, he's dead. Let it go. I was not happy. So, oh my God, I'm so glad you felt the same way. Yeah.
Yes.
And there were other dorky moments too. Like, I mean, I know the clips are cute. Like when Bobby's
I love how the plane just stopped right there, right in front of him.
He's standing on top of the truck, and then he goes, "Tell me in person." When she's like,
right.
"Bobby, I love you," because she's about to die, people. The plane is about to motherfucking crash. There's an 8-year-old behind the wheel of the fucking plane. So she's like, "I love you, Bobby," and he's like, "I see you. Tell me in person." I was like, no, I'm not believing that. And it flies right over his head. Stop. Yeah. I don't know if I'm trying to be cheeky, but I don't know. Something's changed. I'm not happy. Yeah. We're done with Fireman, Rick. We're done with Fireman.
I was going to say, this is the show you want me to watch. Okay, got it.
No, the show is good. Like the first, I'm not going to say all of it sucks right now. This is just the current season, but the show is good.
Yeah.
But I'm just making fun of this arc, these last 3 episodes. They've been promoting it as B-NATO.
Right.
Even that.
And it really was only the first episode had to do with the bees. Well,
we don't know
and second. We don't know where the bees went.
We don't know where the fuck the bees are. I'm waiting for the swarm of bees.
Right. They got like 2,000 of them, and it's still like 10 million to go.
Okay, why is Eddie sporting that stupid mustache? That's not working for me.
Yeah, he looks like a 1970s porn star.
He
Yeah,
totally,
he needs to get rid of that.
he totally does. And also, I'm over that mean boss with the new captain.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah.
that about?
He's not new though.
I know. He's from the first or whatever. What is that all about? And he's like, you need to clean and buff that floor, and then he spits on it. I'm like, stop. This is a little over the top. This is dumb shit. Rick, I'm telling you, I don't know. It is a weird divergence these last 3 episodes. It feels like they're doing some weird cheeky, like I Love Lucy thing, and I'm not getting it. What is happening? Because none of it makes any sense. But okay, I just want to make sure you agreed with me, Cynthia, that I wasn't crazy. You know what I mean? Well, I'm crazy, but not like that. How you doing, Rick? What's up?
Doing good. How's everybody else?
We're good. Do you have a TV show you want to talk about so you don't feel left out?
Not with firemen in it, no.
Not with fire. You don't want to talk about Chicago Fire? No, I know. You know what though? I am a little bored. So with kind of some of the shows now, so I'm not watching them anymore. Now that I've done my, what do you call it when you watch it all at one time?
Binge watching.
Because I didn't watch it all at one time, but when you talk about 911 and I just started watching it, and then I watched Chicago Fire. But I've done 3 seasons of Chicago. I'm done. I'm like, okay. I mean, the guys are hot, but I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. And have you guys ever seen the show The Bear?
No. I heard it's really good though.
So I didn't know his name was Carmen. I had no idea. And anyways, it's an interesting show. I can't
the girls from Dorchester.
I know. Evo, I forget her last name. Eva,
yeah, I forgot.
Evo something. Yeah. I'm happy for her, and she already won an Emmy and everything. She's great, but I don't think I can get into the show that well. But anyways, I was trying to restart watching that because the next season's out, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not into cooking, so.
Oh, it's about cooking?
Yeah, it's called The Bear. It's called The Bear because they call him the bear. He's the bear, I guess. Gotcha. But his name is Carmen. And the thing is, for the longest time, I kept hearing they call him Carmy. And I mean, I know my name is a man's name or a woman's name. It depends on what country. Like if you're in Italy, it's a man's name or whatever. But it never even dawned on me that his actual name was Carmen, even though I've heard it. You know what I mean? Like it just, yeah. Somebody tried to call me Carmy. That's what happened the other day, and I was like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? They're like, like the bear. I'm like, yeah, don't
You're like, no.
that again. No, Carmy's not going to work. Yeah. When I was growing up, they used to call me Carmencita, and that would drive me up a wall. Or Carmenchu, which was stupid. That was Teresa would always call me Carmenchu.
Really?
And then she would Carmen, Cynthia, your face, call her now. I swear to God. And then she would be like, that's what my mother used to call you. I'm like, you know what? There are some things you can lie to me about my mother, but that's not going to be one of them. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember much. But Carmenchu wasn't. And then the more I hated it, the more she would call me it. What was your nickname, Cynthia?
I didn't really have one.
Are you sure?
I mean, my mom used to just call me Little Angel, but that was
it. Okay, Little Angel.
Little did she know.
Ricardo?
No Cindy? Nothing? No?
Cindy? She's Latina.
Cynthia? No, I'm saying you said anybody. You didn't say only family.
It's funny because now people are starting to call me Cindy or Sin.
No.
Yeah.
You're letting them call you Cindy?
Oh yeah, my friends and stuff. There's only
I had a problem with Sin. I'm like, don't call me Sin. I ain't a Sin.
I like Sin. That's like some of my friends call me Carm. Like my friends call me Carm, but not you guys. No. But oh wow. Sin is cool. Not like sin, like S-I-N. It's C-Y-N.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go to the negative?
I'm just joking.
Okay, I'm just saying religious people, very negative. Cynthia, let's give you a nickname. Rick, what was your nickname?
I mean, people either call me Rick, Ricky, only Ricardo if I was in trouble.
Ricardo, Rickster.
Nah, nobody said that.
I'm gonna call you Rickster. My Rickster. No.
Whatever floats your boat.
He's like, whatever, bitch. The Rickster. The Rickster. That sounds like a Friends thing, right? If you have the show The Friends or whatever.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I did have one guy that would once in a while call me that. Now I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Why you have to take that away from me? I thought it was my original. You see how you just did that? I thought it was mine. I thought it was
Because I just remembered there was one guy that used to be like, "Hey, Richter." I'm like, "Huh? Oh, me? What?"
No, it's over. It's over. Okay, what did I send as a note to manners? Let me tell you what happened. I want to ask.
What happened was.
You already know what happened, right? Do you know what happened?
I think so, yeah.
I heard about it. Yeah.
I'm so mad. Okay, so this is what happened today. And it's you know what? It's just building. I don't know what is wrong with people. Stop being mean. I don't understand. Okay, so this young man, the only reason why I know who he is because my nieces, my godchildren, they're not my nieces, but my godchildren used to love One Direction. So that young man who's part of the Harry Styles group, One Direction, died. He fell out of a window of a hotel, and there may or may not have been other circumstances. We don't know yet because they don't have official autopsy. It doesn't matter. A young man who is 31 years old plummeted to his death from a fucking window fall. So I'm reading an article, I forget where it was, Hollywood Reporter, whatever. And then I go to the comment section, and there are people writing jokes and nasty isms and saying he deserved it. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Wow.
Like, it was probably even. And then people trying to slam down the people. And I'm like, what is wrong with us in this world today? Yes. Liam, what's his last name? I forget. I wrote it on my Facebook page, but what is wrong with us? And here's my thing. And this is the post I put on my Facebook page. I think we need to normalize, if you can't say something to someone's face, don't motherfucking write it in a goddamn comment. You stupid, weak human being behind a keyboard. I'm sorry. It got me. We cannot be those people.
Yeah.
People are not right in their brain, man.
Nope.
It's just how we talk to each other. Of course, I'm sitting here screaming or whatever, but I'm really, I am one of those people that always believes in the best of people. And I just, like the hurricanes that just happened or whatever, that used to be a time when we came together and we'd be like, it doesn't matter. We're going to help our neighbor. We're going to do this, whatever. And instead we're vile to each other. Everything has to be about politics. And, there has to be all these conspiracy theories. It's keyboard warriors. Thank you, Melanie. That's the wording I was looking for. And I said keyboard cowards is what I said, because it's just, seriously, if you can't say it to someone's face, and look at 90% of people ain't gonna say it to nobody's face.
Yeah.
That's why I get called out for being bold or whatever, because I will say whatever I need to say to your face, or I ain't gonna say nothing at all, or I keep my mouth shut.
Plus, 99.9% of the people are strangers. They don't know him.
Thank you. That's a great point.
Why do you have anything to say except thoughts and prayers?
It's just a cruelty. And I don't know. I was reading the comments and then I was like, okay, it's just one article, whatever. And then I was reading another article and the same thing. And I'm like, what is wrong with us? So I was wondering where you guys might have, I was thinking about like when I learned manners and etiquette and tact. I think we've lost that. Like I learned that when I was a little kid. I learned that from my mother. I learned it from the elders. You did not, you would never disrespect someone like this. You would never do that.
Yeah.
Death? Is death so unimportant to us that we can't be better humans during? I don't know.
And why is it so easy just because he's a famous person, you get a pass? No, you don't get a pass.
Right.
Like they wouldn't do that for some. Why don't they go on everybody's obituaries and write all that? They don't do that. But because it's a famous person, I got something to say. You don't even know him. Shut up.
Yeah. Or they wouldn't say it if it was someone they knew personally. right? They'd be
Yeah.
throwing up their GoFundMe pages and their obituaries. I'm serious, right? And oh, please
Yeah.
help. And here's the memorial service. Oh, I was so mad. And it's
Mhm.
always someone, because I started, when I went to look at the other article, I would start looking, I wanted to go look at their profiles. It's always somebody who ain't got, and I'm not saying always,
Yep.
ain't got no followers, ain't got no
Mhm.
information. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
like these weird people who are just,
They're loners, they're bullies, or
Mhm.
they're just mentally ill. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just crazy.
Yeah. They hide their identities for sure.
Yep,
I know, but why
absolutely.
would you? Okay. Do you? I'm asking an honest question. I am not trying to be Miss Goody Two Shoes at all. I am asking a question. Do you ever wake up? You're like, ooh, I feel like being cruel today. Let me go on my pretend profile.
Mm-mm.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. Some messed up people in the world. And that's why
Mhm.
mental health is such a crazy issue now, you know?
Okay, but are we using mental health as an excuse for just fucking bad behavior all the time? Like that's the other thing. I'm tired of that. Not to you, Rick. I'm just saying that's the next thing, right? We like there's a gun shooting. It's mental health. You know what? It's bad behavior. Stop
Yeah,
making everything about mental health. You know what I mean? You got angry, you grabbed a gun, you chose to hurt somebody instead of like using your words to have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
People get mad at me all the time. They say I'm too bold, I'm too direct, whatever. We all know the negatives that I get. It's fine. But you know what? You know for sure I'm a talk to you or I'm gonna tell you where I stand and then I'm gonna walk away. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go pull out a gun or go right under my private profile. You are evil. I hate you. I hope you died well or whatever. These things were horrible. And the jokes, I don't know why that threw me more. I'm not going to repeat the jokes, but you would understand why they were so cruel.
Mm.
just the
Yeah.
fact that anybody would say a joke after somebody just died is bad. It doesn't even matter what the joke is.
Fact.
It's just bad in general.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't understand it.
Do you think it's because of social media? See, I think we're also using social media as an excuse because I wonder if people, like, if we didn't have social media, let's say technology was different and it went a different avenue. I don't know what that would be, but let's just, think about it, right? I think as society grows and gets better, there's also the part of us, the evil part, the bad part, the also gets worse.
Mm.
I don't know if it's like just we're using technology now as an excuse.
I think if everybody had to, it was mandatory that you couldn't use any kind of a social media without actual identification. You couldn't make a fake account. That would be a game
Mhm.
changer. Because again, I can go back and, oh, I saw what you said. But when you make a fake name, you have no profile. What am I going to do? Yell at nobody because they're not going to respond.
Okay, so I own the website globalverification.org. A long time ago, not a long time ago, it was like 10 years ago, I pitched this idea when I was at JP Morgan to this guy. I said, I really think there needs to be, it's just what you just said, Rick. There needs to be a way in which, like we have passports, there needs to be a way in which you can have a verification of your one name and
Hmm.
it's verified everywhere. It was during the height when Twitter was Twitter and Twitter was verifying celebrities or government officials or whatever. And because of the people I worked for, I would get verifications for them, right? You'd go to
Hmm.
their agents or managers and they would take care of it, whatever. And it got me thinking, like, well, don't you want to know if I'm a legit person? Like, it doesn't matter whether I'm a celebrity or not. So I bought globalverification.org as a nonprofit because I wanted to put together a package, whatever. And it kind of fell through because the person I spoke to wasn't that high end. And we didn't, anyways, you know what I mean? It was just an idea. But that would be part of it because then people who don't maybe have a global verification would not be able to comment. Or if they did, you would dismiss it because you're like, they're not a verified account. I thought
Mhm.
about that 10 years ago. I'm not even lying.
Hmm.
I own that name, by the way. I still own it. I pay it every year. Because I'm like, you never know. You never
It's like
know.
almost doing a whole query check for social media.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like a passport, but it would be really hard to implement because you'd have to have every country do it. You'd have to do, but look at, no one ever thought the internet would be the thing. No one would ever thought like
Right.
an email would, you know what I mean? Like you have to
Yeah.
have big dreams and thoughts or whatever. And I think using the technology with Bitcoin, right? Which is, what is the technology that's used?
Blockchain.
Blockchain. That's how I started learning about that would actually be a possibility. So, um, anyways, maybe somebody smarter than I actually reached out also to Mark Cuban at one point and was like, it's just an idea. Somebody should do this because we're going to find ourselves in a situation. And I do think that's where we're going, where at some point you're only going to pay attention to legitimately verified people that you know and just dismiss. I really got all up in a tizzy about this today.
Yeah.
It just hurt my heart about humanity. I know that sounds dorky, but I swear there are very few times on the planet that I lose faith in humanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't know how they get that way. I really don't.
Where did you learn right from wrong, manners? Do you remember? I know Cynthia's going to say school.
From my mother.
Yeah.
I was told, speak when spoken to and don't interrupt when adults are talking. You say please and thank you all the time. She would just give me the look and I would know, okay, just sit there and be quiet.
Yeah.
So it started from young.
Way back when. It's a very cultural thing too. Like
Yeah.
I would never talk back to an elder. Even today, I'm shook when
Right.
I see kids talking back to their mothers in the grocery store. And the mothers are like, honey, I hear you. I'm like, you hear her? We all heard her. Slap that bitch. No, I'm just
Like,
kidding.
make her hear you.
Why are you negotiating? I don't say I'm not an advocate. I do not believe in hitting kids. I'm just metaphorically speaking, but it is shocking to me negotiating with a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. And that's why I was so horrified when it was a few years back where teenagers, I guess little gangs maybe, would go around punching old people, knocking them out. And it was a game. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
It was like homeless people too, right? They were doing it to homeless people. I remember that. Yeah. I would even say like that. So that is also part of it is like, to me, there's also another level there, right? That we don't, all of us, not us, but all of us as a group don't think homeless people are valued anyway. So it doesn't surprise me that teenagers or whatever would think that'd be a funny, cool game or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, or old people. We don't revere elders in this culture called America. I'm sorry. Latinos do. I'm sure in Portugal they do. There's a very different culture where elders are revered. I don't know if it's still true today, but I'm certainly not feeling it as I'm becoming an elder. I feel I need more motherfucking respect, bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, even today, like, if I'm out with the kids and Gray, my grandson, and if the grown-ups are talking and Gray will try to chime in or whatever, we'll tell him, nope, adults are talking, not for kids.
Ooh.
And sometimes he'll still chime in and he'll get popped in the mouth. And what do you
mean popped in the mouth? You don't mean
just
hit.
like a little, like a tap in the mouth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, no, like, stop, So even
No, I'm just kidding. Pop in the mouth. No. Okay, Gray is 4?
6.
Oh my God, 6. Yeah, all right.
know.
Totally good with it. Sorry, whatever. Yeah, so he'll get like a little pop in the mouth or whatever, and then
and then he'll stop and he knows, like. So I mean, we're still keeping the tradition going, like
the tradition.
still respect.
But even like I mean, I think we talked about this too, like in school. We talked about this before. Like if I got in trouble with one of the nuns, because I went to Catholic school for 12 years, shoot me now. But And they called your mother. It's not like you thought, like, yeah, my mother's gonna come and she gonna argue for me and she gonna get me out of here, whatever. Oh no. We got in trouble. We got they always sided with the stupid nuns. Sorry for all the nuns out there that might be listening.
Just the mean ones.
Just the mean ones. We had Sisters of Charity, man. I think that mattered because they were mean. Yeah. Blessed Sacrament. Right? You went to Blessed Sacrament, Cynthia, right?
Yeah.
They were Sisters of Charity, which means they had no money and they were supposed to like it. They were angry. Yeah. That was a different time, but I don't even know I don't know if we can fix it, but I think if we don't value people's lives while they're alive, why do we care when they die?
Yeah.
You know?
What's the expression? Give them the flowers while they're still alive.
Yeah. But it's weird, right? Like, I don't know this. I couldn't remember his name. I know I posted it on my thing, but whatever his name was, the guy from One Direction.
Liam.
Yeah, I just was heartbroken. Like, it was just a sad story. That's it. Sad story. And I knew my godchildren would be upset because they used to follow him or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. And whatever happened, doesn't matter if it was his fault or somebody else's. It's just in that moment, that's all you know. And it's a sadness. Oh.
And you would think him being so young would kick in more compassion because, like, my gosh, he barely lived, you know?
No.
And how he died, like,
yeah.
You know, you hear stories of little toddlers falling out the windows, on accidents and stuff like that. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's still a human being. Doesn't matter what age you are. Like, it's still sad. Someone fell out a window or balcony or whatever and died, like, fell to their death.
Yeah. I think people like to be angry and like to be angry and upset and sad and like to pretend that they're being bold and making a powerful statement. You know, there was a guy on TikTok. So somebody wrote something on TikTok about Prince. Okay. And no, I'm sorry. Somebody made a TikTok video about Prince, about some of this information that's going back and forth. Wait, Mario, I don't know. Okay, Mario just made a comment and none of us understand what he's saying. Right?
Like, I'm thinking Pinocchio.
Right.
Someone please verify me. I'm a boy, a real boy. That's not what I meant by verify, you dork. I meant verify us, like, how you get verified on, like, if you're on Twitter or you're on Facebook, you get the little check mark so we know you're a real person. I guess that's
Mario. Are we on some medication?
Well, probably.
Mario, we're missing the joke, baby. We're missing it, boo.
Where's Alma?
Where's Alma so she can speak for you and explain it all? No, I'm just kidding. What was I saying before he totally threw me? So on TikTok, somebody made a comment, did a TikTok about Prince and some lawsuit that's going on about a documentary that's not going to come out and it's sad and blah, blah, blah. And they started off the TikTok by saying, for a petty reason. So after I heard the whole TikTok, it was like 10 minutes long, whatever, I was right. This is not petty. Okay. So of course I get all these notifications and somebody wrote this long thing, like, you don't understand who Prince was and blah, 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 and trying to explain to me that this was they misunderstood and I miswrote. And so when they wrote their whole thing from this place of all I wrote was, this is not petty. That's all I wrote. You know what I mean? You could have taken it either way, but they went on their tangent. And then I responded. I said, no. I'm like the biggest Prince fan. I'm saying this entire thing is a big deal. You know what I mean? And I wrote my apologies for my mistake. And then they responded, oh, I misunderstood. I was like, okay, see? Okay, good. Okay. Took a little work. You know what I mean? Like, everybody bring it down a motherfucking notch. But it's because we think the worst in people. We do not think the best in people.
Mm-hmm.
Now I could have written something more, so it would, but it wasn't a thought in my head. I was just trying to be like quick and pithy, and you know what I mean, using the person's first sentence as a comment in the opposite way. You know what I mean? But we just are always ready. You know this when you're driving. You do the same thing. Somebody cut you, motherfucker, right? Not like, oh my God, their mother probably died and they're rushing
Oh
to
my
the
God.
hospital.
Could
Or
be anything, yeah.
it could be anything, but our first thing is like, I do it
Mhm.
too. I am not a, that's where you would find, if somebody put a camera in my car, a whole image would be destroyed. Let me just
It's so funny. The other day, I read a meme, and it's like a husband and wife talking on the phone, and the wife is driving, and the husband says, "Oh, how was your day?" So she's like, "Oh, it was okay," and then it goes, "Motherfucker!" And she's driving, she's yelling, "Yeah, it was okay. It was an okay day." She just goes back to normal. The very next day, the same thing happened between me and Juan. He called me while I was driving.
oh my
And he's
God.
like, "Oh, how was your day?" I'm like, "It was okay." The light's green, go! And he just started laughing because he's like, it's just like the meme.
I have caught myself too many times. That is too funny. Wait, Rick, you were going to say something before, and I.
Well, that story reminded me when my son would drive with me. He'd be in the back, whatever, when he was little. And, we all get mad because people do stupid things when they drive. And
Mm-hmm.
every once in a while, he'd be like, Dad, you got anger issues. He's like, they can't even hear you. Why are you yelling at them? They can't hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
I'm like, be quiet. Let me be mad. But I was going to say about misunderstanding stuff you text.
yeah.
Years and years and years ago, somebody, I guess, drew something. And it was really, really cool. I thought it was amazing.
Mhm.
And I wrote, "Oh, that's really nice." NICCCEEE exclamation exclamation exclamation,
Yeah.
like nice, nice.
Noise. Right.
They get all upset. Nice. That's all you have to say with all that work. Nice. I'm like, no, read it
Okay.
how I
Well,
wrote it. Nice. Like they didn't get it.
yeah. No. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Why? And why would they be? I would love for somebody to say something I did was nice. That'd be good enough. Somebody taking the time.
Right.
But yeah, the whole car thing. I have to say, I try to stop myself because I have said some things that Eve was shocked to be in the car by myself. You know what I mean? I have said some things. I'm not going to admit it now, but I have said some things, and I get ashamed of myself because I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, it's just a person. I didn't mean, especially if you're driving a really expensive car. Like, I almost one time, I think I told you this before, Cynthia. I am so sick and tired of anybody who has a Tesla, a Mercedes, an Audi, any car that's like over $100,000. I don't know. Do they not come with directionals or blinkers? Do you have to buy those separately or something? Because why can you not let me know where the fuck you're going? Like, why? It is the biggest pet peeve I have. And one time I almost pulled up to this stupid motherfucking Bentley, and that's the car I want next is a Bentley. I do. Everybody knows that. But I almost did my little, with to the passenger side the window because I was gonna be like, do you not have a fucking blinker? But I did it because I caught myself. But I was so angry because here's the thing: hit me, rich person, hit me because my car is so old, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm watching the 911. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like that woman who's always doing
Yes.
hit me. Go ahead. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay. That's how it's gonna be.
Man.
Yeah.
There's these Portuguese guys, they do comedy stuff, but it's like they're American, but their parents and everybody were Portuguese, so they talk like them with an accent, and so they do all kinds of skits. And for us, it's like super hysterical. But they're like, there's one where a guy's driving, and it's constantly people ticking him off. And one of them I remember was like, "Hey, use your blinker, use your blinker."
I think blinker is an East Coast thing.
Probably.
Because
Yeah.
no one knows what that is out here. Out here, they say directional. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you call it. Use it.
Turn
Use
signal.
it.
Right.
Whatever it is. I swear they don't put them on the very expensive cars unless you actually ask for them, because that would be the only reason why. Like if I had a Bentley, which is the car I want next, I keep saying that because, visualizing. If you visualize it, they'll laugh at. Like I feel like if people get like really like they get like an attitude or something, they don't seem to think that people behind you don't need to know where you're going.
Well, think about it. The Teslas drive themselves, so they're just like, oh, I have the whole road. It doesn't even know how to use the blinker.
Let me tell you, Teslas, especially, I don't know. Okay, so we've had Teslas out here for a long time. Everybody, you could just throw a rock. Everybody has a Tesla. Everybody. But now they have those ugly. Have you seen the ugly Teslas? I don't know what the hell those. Is that what it is? Those they all have those here, and I'm like, seriously,
Yeah,
you're
I've
such
seen a
a
few of them here.
loser because you don't need this thing, and it's ugly. Like it's all shaded. I'm like, you people crazy. It's crazy.
You want the latest toy. You know
I
what
don't like
almost ticks me off worse too is like a pet peeve about the blinker, turn signal,
directional,
whatever you want to call it, is they're driving, they're turning, and after they're already turning, then they turn it on. I'm like,
right.
I already know you're turning. What are you turning it on now for?
Right. Yeah. I sometimes will try to give them A for effort because I'm like, okay, at least you tried. At least you tried. At least you tried. I give you something because there was a thought process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think the worst is when people just cut you off. I think that's the worst, when people cut you off. And I am one of those people, like, if you're coming in and there's like a lot of traffic and you speed by, everybody else is in line and you speed by, I'm going to get up so close to the other car. You are not getting into my space. I don't care what's going to happen because you did not wait your turn. And now you are creating more traffic. I am that, and I'm mean about it. I'm like, whatever.
One time I was driving and it was almost to a light and it was 2 lanes and this giant white truck decided he wanted to come in my lane. And you were about to get on top of me. And why is my chair falling down? It literally sunk down. I had to literally go over the sidewalk on the grass, and there's poles every so often on the sidewalk.
Why did
and I'm
you
like,
let the truck
I am
go?
so lucky. No. He didn't see me apparently. I'm here, and he's just like, hello?
Wow.
Like, what are you doing?
Okay,
He would have hit me. I had to literally go over onto the sidewalk.
I would have been on my horn.
Oh, he didn't even hear that. Of course, I'm nothing. I'm like, are you serious?
Okay, Melanie just said, I'd rather drive an AMC Pacer than one of those ugly trucks. I don't even know what an AMC Pacer is, but I'm with you.
Sounds ugly.
I don't care. Hey, Carol. How are you? Carol Jaime, how are you? We went to college together. You cracked me up, Carmen. You are definitely peeved by no blinker. Have you seen the movie Leave the World Behind? Stay safe out there in traffic, like my grandmother used to say. Minaja lo defensa, no a la ofensiva.
Oh, drive defensive, not offensively. Yeah.
Another movie is Unhinged.
What?
Unhinged?
Another movie is Unhinged.
Yes, I've seen that too. Yeah. No, look at California. You have to drive everywhere. You just do. And I don't drive a lot. People know I don't. I didn't know where you live. So I am.
Oh, no, I didn't know you were live. That's what she's saying.
Oh, yeah, Carol, we're live.
Every Thursday.
I thought it was weird because she lives in California too. She lives up north, or she used to. So I was like, how does she not know I live in California? Every Thursday, Carol. I think Carol maybe watches us later. But I appreciate you, Carol. I see you on my Instagram. Melanie said it's an ugly car from the 1980s.
Okay.
Look at the whole nice.
Here's my nice thing.
That was good, Carol. That was good. I'm laughing because I think I don't care if it's an ugly car. I just think people out here in Los Angeles, Melanie, which you can imagine, I love my town, but I will say this: every time there's a new anything, everybody has to buy it, even if they don't need it. And those cars, they're not only ugly, they're big and boxy, and they don't fit in the right lane, and they just feel I don't know, useless, you know? But we do have driverless cars. They're not Teslas, but I don't know if you guys have them in your area, all the driverless cars. Do you have them
Not
yet?
really. Not
I
really.
actually was against them, but you know what? I don't know if I'll get in one. I will eventually. But here's the thing that's kind of cool. They really do follow they use their blinkers, okay? They do. But they drive normal. Like if everybody drove, we all think we're great drivers, right? Let's just admit it. We all think we're the better drivers. We do. I know when I mess up and I will be like, I'm sorry. I'll be like, sorry. I'll put my hand out, whatever. And, people don't care. They mad, but I try to be like, I'm sorry, whatever. But we all think we're the best drivers. And I think that's the problem. Like, you know what I mean? So the driverless cars are all, automated. So they all really work perfectly. They can sense when people are around, they stop, Do you guys have the delivery services that are the little carts that go on the sidewalk? They're remote. They're like, there's no people. Like if you order food, really? Those are the cutest things. They're called Coco. And they're like, you'll just be walking around or whatever, and you'll see this little thing with a long, those bike flags?
Yeah.
So it's a little cart with 4 wheels, and it just moves along, and then it sees you and it stops. And then it moves around you and it goes to wherever it's going. And then you have a code and you take your food out, but it's just, they're all over the place here. Carol said on the Tesla, you don't have to press the brakes. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Tesla. Yeah, they're little robots, I guess is what they're called. Yeah, they're little, but they're cute. You guys don't have.
The only robots I've seen here is in the grocery store. These big things that just go up and down the aisles, and if you get in front of it, they'll stop. And
oh yeah, I see those.
Yeah. Mario said the driverless cars out here are Waymo. Yeah, what is Waymo? Those Google? I don't know who owns them, but yeah, they're Waymo. I don't know what they are. They're cool though. I like them. Yeah. And I do like the delivery service thing. They don't use it for everything, but I think that's kind of cool too, because then you don't have to worry about somebody coming to your house or, you know what I mean?
Doesn't Amazon have, I guess, in certain places, drones that will fly and bring you stuff? I've heard of that.
Oh my God, we're getting so close to Star Trek Next Generation time. I'm so excited. I have not had a drone deliver anything to me yet, but I have seen drones around our building many times. I don't know why, if it's our building. I don't know why, but I see drones more often than not nowadays. Do you guys see them?
Not really. You're just so progressive out there. We're behind.
I know, right? Progressive. They're all up in our business out here. That's what I'm starting to realize. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if it's like, because people have drones themselves. I don't know if it's like state sponsored, but people have them as toys out here too.
Oh yeah.
So, oh my God, that is so weird. I'm just excited that we're getting closer to Star Trek time.
Yeah, Jetsons. We thought that was a cartoon.
Oh, the Jetsons. Wait,
the Maid?
What from the Jetsons?
Remember the Maid? That's what I'm waiting for. Somebody clean my house for me. Thank you.
You don't have to wait for that. You just got to pay for it. Like, if you want a free robot, you can have a person.
I heard they're trying to come up with that now.
What?
Where you could have like a home robot, and you program it and tell it what to do.
Well, the iRobot, the vacuum thing?
No. A physical human-looking robot, and it'll do your dishes and cook and everything.
Okay, why would you want that when you can actually have a person do that for you?
I don't. Why would people want the ugly Teslas? I don't know.
Okay, fair point. I'm just saying.
Headquarters, yes, give me that.
Oh, chance. Okay, that's going to be weird. Now, I don't know if it's not going to be in my lifetime. It's not going to be in our lifetime transport.
I'll be like, Carmen, I'll be there in 5 minutes. We doing the show live together, right?
I know, right? That would be cool though, right? And then you would just go like on Stargate SG-1. You would go, remember when they do the one where it's I think they did 2010, by the way. I don't think they went that far in the future. I think the name of the episode is 2010. It's so weird. But they go and you just stand there, and then it beams you through the Stargate, and it brings you to the other thing like within 5 minutes. Yeah. But there was an evil part of those people that gave them that technology.
The aliens, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The aliens, they were bad. They were trying to get rid of the Earthlings and they were wiping them out by giving them vitamin injections that was actually making them not able to have babies. So then they were dying out over time.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so then Colonel O'Neill and the gang, I'm just kidding, I want to go back.
Listen, if you could talk about firemen, we could talk about Stargate for a
We're
minute.
gonna talk
Okay.
about Stargate. So they get together and they make a decision that they're going to try to go back in time to send themselves a note not to go to that planet to begin with. Oh, so
And
fascinating.
doesn't like the note barely make it through or something?
Yeah, right. The note barely makes it through. Okay, but Carol, this isn't even Star Trek. This is Stargate SG-1. Like we're really bad sci-fi people.
Yeah, but Black
They
Mirror,
are.
she mentioned that too. Black Mirror that's pretty cool too.
Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean, Cynthia? You're not into sci-fi?
What if
I'm
Mickey
not
Mouse
really
was
a
in it?
Star Trek person. I like Star Wars.
Oh, you like Hayden then? Oh Lord.
Wow, you like Hayden, and you weren't on the show with him. We were fighting with him. Okay, wait, Cynthia.
Mhm.
Wait. I want to be clear about something. Okay, you like Marvel though. You like fantasy action. So you like Marvel and DC Comics.
Yeah. Not DC. I like Marvel.
Okay, but you could sit through. I mean, we can sit through. We do like Superman. We do like Wonder Woman. And they just have
Wonder Woman, yes.
They just have a bad franchise. Like they don't do good movies, is what it is. It's not that we don't like the Super Friends, right? The Super
Right.
Friends. Right? Okay, but you don't like. Okay, you like Star Wars, like you're addicted.
Oh, I have the whole collection. I have all
You
of
don't
them.
like Star Trek? I don't even understand that. Wait a minute. I'm just hearing this for the first time. Are you
Me too.
I'm not a big fan of Star Trek. I'll sit there and I'll watch it, but I'm not.
Okay, wait. Let's be clear. Star Trek Next Generation. Oh my God, Rick! I'm sick. Are you serious? And you've never watched Stargate SG-1?
Nope.
And you've never watched Battlestar Galactica?
Nope.
Carl, you and my son would get along. Okay, first of all, she probably would like Battlestar Galactica because it's dark like Star Wars. That's the irony. And Edward James Olmos is in it. I can't believe you've never seen BSG. The cast is, and it's well written, it's beautifully done. I just never want to watch it again. Well, because it's too dark. So really,
That's one of the shows that actually made me like legit boohoo cry.
Really, BSG?
Battlestar, yeah. When the president, when she was gonna die, cancer.
Don't get me wrong. It hurt me. Like I was sad, but it's not a show I don't need to. It's like X-Files. I loved X-Files. I was a fan, addicted. I watched it, but now I can't watch it anymore. It's too dark. It's too scary. You know, Cynthia's like, whatever. X-Files. Did you watch X-Files?
Yeah, I did watch X-Files.
Okay.
But I like that type of stuff.
Because that's closer to the horror genre.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Twilight Zone?
I watched it here and there as a kid.
Carol mentioned Black Mirror. Did you watch that?
I don't know what Black Mirror is.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a scarier Twilight Zone, kind of, sort of.
Oh.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Yeah. I'm shook. Oh, Twin Peaks. Yes, David Duchovny. That's when I first started liking him, and that's why I watched X-Files. Loved Twin Peaks. You didn't watch Twin Peaks? Stranger Things?
Oh, yeah, I like Stranger Things.
That again, horror. If it's horror, she gonna like it probably.
She gonna like it, right. Okay, I can't believe I've known you for your 40 years on this planet, and I'm just learning that this is game changer. This is game changer.
Yeah, the Star Wars thing, I'm shook. I didn't know.
I'm shook. I thought you were. I mean, I don't mind if she likes Star Wars. Like we all like Star Wars, you know, we're not mad at it. But we would never be like Star Wars over Star Trek. I can't even say the sentence. Like it's like
and Star Wars is more fantasy based. Like Star Trek at least tries to be real, but you can't force choke somebody in Star Trek. That's not a thing. That's fantasy.
I don't know how we can get her to switch. Can we find a way? Can we find?
I don't know. I think people are just wired to like one over the other, and there's a few people that like both equally. Not many, but most it's one or the other.
I think there are some people who just are not good people if they don't like Star Trek Next Generation.
Wow.
Okay. Have you ever tried to watch Star Trek Next Generation?
Yeah. Like I said, I've watched a few episodes, but I'm not like gonna sit there and binge watch it all.
Okay, that was gonna
Charlie!
Look at me. I was like, okay, that was gonna
Help us, Charlie. Please help us out, Charlie. He says Star
Charlie,
Trek.
of course, you're a Star Trek fan.
Wrath
Come
of
on.
Khan, yeah.
Wrath of Khan, yeah.
Khan!
Well, that's a movie. That's old school. That's even.
Yeah.
I wonder if we.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Get her into the movies. Get her hooked through the movies, and then she'll
But
go
I
back to the
wasn't
show.
looking. As much as I appreciate the movies, I don't think they're not the.
There's only some that are. It's like every other. They say it's like a thing. It's this
I
curse of
don't
Star
love
Trek.
movies, but maybe no, not Kirk. Okay, wait. Here's the thing. I think the episode that Kelsey Grammer's on. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where that might be an interesting one for her to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
The time thing had something to do with time.
Yeah. You see why I said Kelsey don't know nothing, because maybe she'll watch one episode. You know what I mean? Like that's a good one. The Cayman one is a good one. When Picard ends up going anyway with the flute.
Oh,
Popular ones.
So
they call them Cayman. That's why I know. Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah,
that's a really good one. Something Inner Light. I think that's the name of the episode. Is called Inner Light. Cynthia, listen, I had to watch all of 911. I might need you to watch one or two episodes. One or two episodes of Star Trek Next Generation. Charlie just said the time tunnel with Jimmy Darren. Oh my God. I don't even know what that is, Charlie. Am I supposed to know?
Either. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is either.
Charlie, I don't know what that is. I feel like I should know. Let me look it up.
You know what other one I really, really liked and stands out to me is the one where they went into some place and nobody could dream except Deanna Troi, and she was having nightmares. And when you don't dream, like it's a scientific fact, you will go crazy.
Okay, but the problem with that is she would have to understand who Deanna Troi is, because that affects her differently than it would most people. Okay, The Time Tunnel is a classic American science fiction TV series that aired from 1966 to 1967. Okay, Charlie, I love you with my heart, but none of us were born then. It starred James Darren as Dr. Tony Newman and Robert Colbert. I know it's probably Colbert, but you know, what's his name? Stephen Colbert says Colbert as Dr. Doug Phillips. The show was created by Irwin Allen and revolved around two scientists who find themselves trapped in the time stream, experiencing notable periods of history. Oh, that sounds like the one
Loki?
with Dracula. What's the name of the show? It's
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap. Cynthia, did you ever watch Quantum Leap?
No. Juan actually watched the new one. He watched
the new one wasn't good.
The new one was
no. You got to watch the one with Scott Bakula.
Yeah, I remember it, but I never really watched
it. I'm going to try to find the Time Tunnel with Jimmy Darren, because that sounds good too. It sounds like where maybe Quantum Leap got. Quantum Leap with the show. That's what I thought of.
The most amusing ones to me is when he jumped into a female's body. Those were always funny.
It was, but you know what? Great acting. They did really great writing, great acting with that. Do you know what the premise is, Cynthia? Of Quantum Leap? She don't care. She ain't gonna watch it. I can feel. When you were talking about 911, I felt joy in my heart because I trust you. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to trust my cousin and I'm going to watch one episode. Let me see how it goes. I was open to it. At first, I don't like cops. I hate cops. I'm going to say it again. I hate cops. And it's about first responders. It's not just about firemen, by the way. We just like the firemen. But I was open to it. And see, I have now changed. I'm bringing all my old EpiPens to the fire station next week, by the way.
To recycle them?
Because I need an excuse to go see the fireplace.
Do they recycle them or something?
It's not that they recycle. They take them because I get an EpiPen every year, 2 of them. But you don't ever want to throw them in the trash because people will take them thinking they can use them. It's just bad. And also, even something simple as when people are dealing with the garbage, they could accidentally puncture them. There are just so many reasons why you never want to throw needles into the garbage. Never throw needles into the garbage. You have to dispose of them at a place. Usually your doctor's office used to take them. They don't take them anymore. They won't take them back.
In my company, we
used to take them. What?
We sell these in my company. We sell these things. They're called sharps containers, and they're just for putting needles in. And it's one way. You can't even go into it. Like it goes in one way, and that's it. You can't take it out.
Yeah, but then what do you do with it? You have to dispose.
They have to bring it to a certain place.
That's right. So I'm bringing all of my EpiPens to the fire department because I found out that they accept them there. I used to have to drive like an hour to go deposit them, and I'm like, because it's just the EpiPen. But now I have like 10 boxes of them because I haven't been in 10 years. So I just try to do my due diligence. Why am I talking about EpiPens?
Any excuse to talk about firefighters, apparently. Oh my gosh.
So funny.
I think asking Cynthia to watch Star Trek or Quantum Leap is like asking Andrea to watch Field of Dreams. It's probably not going to happen.
I don't think so because you know what? I don't think so because Cynthia is.
I'll actually watch an episode.
Okay, thank you. See, Cynthia's much more open. Andrea and I have a really great friendship, but there is nothing. I could be like, I'm going to die. Please watch it. She's not going to do it because now it's like a thing. You know what I mean? It's a thing now. Charlie just said, I'm going to make a happy stick. I don't know what that is. Am I missing something?
You going to slap you with the happy stick?
Slap me with the happy stick? That's so cute.
I'm going to need a definition.
We need more information, Charlie. I don't know. Maybe I should just invite him to come up. Oh, we already at the hour mark. How did that happen so fast this time? That was fun.
Almost. Oh, because you started earlier.
Yeah.
Without me.
We still got 5 more minutes.
We weren't okay. How do you? I'm gonna puff.
Okay,
well, you can go smoke and be on the phone with us. You could do those two things. How do I do it, Rick? Oh shoot! I never. So
Facebook Messenger. Send a link.
No. But I have to. I don't even know where to get it now. I used to know where to. Oh, here it is. Invite. They change it. You know what I mean? And then talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, I said absolutely. All right.
Wait, let me get him. I'm going to Messenger. I'm going to Messenger. All right, I just sent it to ya. I guess I could just put it in the stream too. It's not like people can come up without me letting them in.
True.
But then I'd have to be mean.
Should we explain the premise of Quantum Leap or no?
Go ahead, explain. Oh wait, here's Charlie. Let's wait to try to configure yourself though.
I'm in here somewhere. It's all black right now. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, why is it all black?
I'm glad it's not just me.
No, it's not.
No, trust me. Here's the better part. Charlie's part of Hollywood. He should be like an ace at this, but it's always the people from Hollywood who don't get this right.
No.
Baby, why are you in blackness? It's okay. It's kind of mysterious.
I don't want to be mysterious.
Do you want to log off and try again? For some reason, your camera is maybe it's not turned towards you. It's turned.
Wait a minute. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's probably facing the wrong way because. Oh my Lord. Okay, he did that. I didn't do that. Here he comes.
Is this it yet? Wait, come here.
Okay.
Shit.
Is there a way in which you can change the camera?
Wait. Let's see.
Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Wait. No, not that. Wait. Let me try
This
that.
is actually more fun.
All right. Wait. Now, where are you guys?
We're here.
No, wait. Where am I? Where are you guys?
So much more fun.
I hate this. Stupid at this stuff.
We
Be
love
grown up
it.
for this. Wait. Now let's see.
Yeah, no, you're
Am
so.
I here with you guys? I want you to see my hat too, man. I got this cool hat.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
now I see a CM in the middle.
okay. We see a CM. So now you just have to turn your video on.
Turn the video on. Turn on the video. I see a CM myself, but I don't see no video. Wait, come on, man.
That's okay if you want to be. Carol's like, it's too funny.
Camera. Add the camera. What the fuck?
Charlie's the voice from
I'm on here
Beyond.
twice. Look at this shit.
That's awesome.
What is this?
You know what's so funny? This, along with the fact that none of us knew the name of the show you were talking about, showing your age. I don't know.
Yes, definitely that. I am. I'm an old buzzard.
So wait, now I want to see your hat. I'm so confused.
I know. Well, if you can't see the hat, it says on top, it says, vote for Joe, not the psycho.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we don't talk about politics on this show.
A buddy of mine sent that to me. Oh, we don't talk about that?
Okay, but we don't talk about politics on the show.
I didn't know that.
Of course you knew that. How do you not know? When have I ever talked about politics on here?
I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk about the mental midget that's running for president. And look at guy's a dope.
Yeah, okay. You were going to talk to us about a TV show, Quantum Leap, ripped off.
Time Tunnel with Jimmy Darren.
Because I knew Jimmy Darren. He passed away like maybe a month and a half ago. You know, he was Jimmy Darren was Moondoggy in the Gidget movies years ago. He was like a beach bum kind of guy during the Frankie Avalon and Net Funicello movies way back. Okay. That's who he was. But he was a big star in. I remember, what was his big song? I forget. He was a big heartthrob in the 50s and the 60s.
I don't know. I feel bad.
Jimmy Darren. He was a cool guy. Very nice guy.
I know the name.
He was a famous singer and did all those old cheese dick movies, you know.
Oh, I see a picture. Yeah.
Okay, I find a picture. Well, can you put it up on the screen?
His son is the guy from his son is the reporter, the Hollywood reporter guy, Jim Moray. That's his son. He does for like Channel 9.
Why do you have two? You have two things going on here. You have two.
I have no idea. I know you can hear me. I can hear you. What's that little button? Press that button.
I'm just saying, for some reason, there are two.
Press that button. How about that?
It's okay. You're fine.
I'm gonna press buttons. Press the button.
Rick, I meant, can't you put it up on the screen? Like share it.
Let me see.
I want to see who Jimmy Darren is.
Jimmy Darren. He was a big dealio.
It's not so easy now because now I'm using Firefox and the
you're
options
using
are different.
Okay,
Firefox, whatever that is.
Okay.
Rolling.
Charlie, I think it's hilarious that we can't see you.
Because I'm rolling pot, you know, and it's not illegal.
Okay,
anymore,
we don't do politics and we don't do drugs on the show.
It's not a
thing.
Comply with me. Pot is not a drug.
I'm messing with you, Charlie. Go ahead, Cynthia. What'd you say?
Did he used to sing "Come Fly with Me"?
Come fly.
He might have. No, that's Frank Sinatra.
Oh. We're all like, we know that song.
That's the king, man.
Charlie, I'm just messing with you. You're just so funny because you're so, I don't know what the right word is, like regular guy, but not.
No, I'm from another planet.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? When I was a little kid, my mom used to say that I was an alien, that they dropped me off on the doorstep and left me there. And I'd look at her and she'd say, look at your father. He has earlobes. Look at your sister. He has earlobes. She goes, I have them. You do not have them. She goes, your ears are attached to your head. She goes, this is a direct sign of aliens.
You know who he is? Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He was the lounge singer.
Yeah.
Do you remember the lounge singer in Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
Rick, put it up on the screen. Why are you not able to?
He used to do the Jerry Aldini, you know, for Star Trek.
Yeah, I put the link in the private chat.
What, the James Dean one? The new one with the Star Trek?
Not James Dean. The
not
Jimmy.
James Dean.
Jimmy Darren.
Darren Gidget guy, whatever. Okay, let me see.
Been dead forever.
Yeah, he was a great singer.
Let me see if I can do this.
Here it is. Here's the good. Oh, that's not that one. I want the good shit.
Oh, I don't know who this is. I'm so sorry.
Oh, here it is. Look at these nuggets.
What do you mean nuggets? What are you talking about?
One person there knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, wait. Let me see if I can do this. Can I do that? Share.
Oh,
Can you
Yeah,
guys
it's
see it
him.
yet? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God, look at Cynthia's camera again. We're gonna lose her.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
there's Jim. That's
So
Jimmy
that's
D.
him, right? You can
Yeah,
see
that's
it?
Jimmy D.
Yep.
I
Oh,
don't
look
know
at
who
this.
that is. I don't even know him on Star Trek.
Oh, this
Really?
nugget, beautiful. This is a pretty nugget I got right here.
Okay, Charlie. Oh my God, Charlie's just
Yeah,
pissed me off now.
roll 'em, roll 'em, roll 'em.
Okay.
Them
All right,
bones are rolling.
Charlie,
Yes, dear.
did you care that that kid died? Did you see those terrible comments, what we were talking about earlier today about people having bad manners?
What
Being
kid
about
died?
that young kid die from One Direction?
Liam Payne.
Yeah, what the fuck was that all about? Let me tell you something. When I saw it, first thing that went through my head was somebody threw that kid off the balcony.
No, you know what? No one's sure what's happened, but there was
Was he?
there's
Was he?
theories of what's going on.
Was he in Colombia or something? Where was he?
Argentina.
Argentina, right? He was in Argentina.
Yep.
So, yeah. It's just sad. I was just more upset about how people were making jokes and being horrible.
There was supposedly 3-4 people in that room, and he went crazy. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't buying it.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait until the autopsy until they come up
Well,
with
they said the
whatever.
autopsy injuries are consistent with a fall, but I'm like, what's he got inside of him? They didn't say that.
Right, because they're not ready to yet.
Well, whatever.
Charlie's like starting the gossip mill. Like, what are you doing, dude? Are you in Argentina? Like, are you there right now investigating?
I am.
Where you think he got them nuggets?
Hey,
That's why we can't see his face. He's undercover.
He's undercover, right?
no, listen. Expert opinion. Okay. And my when I first heard this, the first thing that ran through my mind was, this don't pass the smell test.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to this story than anybody's saying. And I don't see a kid who's that high at the height of his career with everything to live for. And he's in a room with a bunch of other people, and all of a sudden he's the one who ends up over the balcony. The whole thing stinks.
Yeah. Well, it stinks just because he also died. But,
I think he had a little help. I think somebody helped him.
wow. All right, well, we'll see. All right, well, we're gonna close out the show before we start
Why
with no conspiracy theory.
What a horrible way to do yourself.
What?
I said the way the guy died, if he killed himself, what a horrible way for that.
No, he didn't. I don't think he killed himself. I don't think he did that.
Like
we
Ridley
don't know.
Scott. Remember the other guy, Ridley Scott's brother, Tony Scott, who jumped off the bridge downtown? Remember that years ago? I'm sure he thought it was a great idea. Halfway down, he probably said, fuck, this was not a good idea.
No,
Oh
but
my
if
God.
you're high as a kite or drunk or whatever on drugs, you might not be all there to make a coherent decision.
I want to know,
You know what I
if
mean?
you
And
jump from a very high, if you jump from a very high place, do you scream and you're like, ah, and then you run out of breath halfway and then ah, and then you have to,
Okay.
This is the movie making mind and
This is
process.
Charlie like coming up with a script on the fly while he's rolling a joint, trying to figure out what the story could be. Lord Jesus. Okay. Everyone, we're going to jump off because we're past the hour mark. Charlie, thank you for visiting. We'd love to see your face next time. So we'll do it better next time. Don't jump off yet because I'm going to get mad at you. Wait till I close the show. Wait till I close the show.
Somebody's got to go through your stuff and look at all the shit you have. No, thank you.
What's it? He's just random.
To end on a good note, to put your faith back in humanity. So my neighbor across the hall came knocking on my door the other day.
Yeah.
And she's a very sweet lady, kind of keeps to herself and her kids and stuff. She comes knocking on my door, so I open it. She has 2 bouquets of flowers. And she goes, oh, I want to share these with you. She goes, it's my birthday, and I have way too many flowers.
Aww.
She goes, so I wanted to share them with you. And I thought that was so
nice.
sweet.
That is sweet. That's a sweet thing. Oh, that was cute. Do we like her though, or are we just?
Yeah, no, she's really nice.
Okay, cool.
We like her better now.
We like her better now. What's her name? Oh, you don't want to say her name in case she.
Yeah.
Up next time, and we want to talk about her badly. Got it.
Wait till you get the bill.
Wait.
Then say her name when you get the bill in the mail.
On that note, everyone, We'll see you next week. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, it is always all about the joy. Thank you, Rick, Cynthia, Charlie.